you're a home buyer, somebody or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset.
There is a possibility on the other side of this that inflation could actually be quite low.
I just got to Reno, day number 9, more than halfway done. Now I expect this place to be a lot tighter than any other market, but also you guys, I'm gonna quickly go to one house that's gonna have the biggest price cut of any place I've been. But before I do that, I wanted to show you this view. Imagine having a backyard like this. Reno is absolutely amazing. Look at behind me. You guys can probably see the mountains. Super nice here, but let me go over the stats real quick with you before we really jump in. Now, as far as the average income, average household income in Reno, that is $93,306. Median sales price, not too bad. It's actually lower than I thought at $539,000. Reno peaked, according to Redfin, in May of 2022 at $564,000. That's only down $25,000 from peak, about 4.4%. Now, when we take the average income and put it into the affordability calculator, you can see that the average person that makes the average salary without any debt, okay, so you have to have no debt, the average person can only afford $310,788 home with a down payment of $71,000. That would make your payment around $2,600 roughly. Now, as far as the existing home market here in Reno, you know, pretty decent amount of price cuts, sitting at 37.6%. Not really as out of whack as I thought, like Boise, for example, and Salt Lake. But I will tell you guys, this place is absolutely beautiful. I've been here a lot actually as a kid. So I'm gonna go around first. I'm gonna start with taking guys to $1 million house, $1.2 million house that has about $200,000 price cut. And then I'll be going to areas that are a little bit more reasonable, if you will, as far as price. And if you guys can, don't forget, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, shoot me a comment below. And either way, I hope you guys enjoy. The coverage area where I'm going to tour in the Reno area. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, my gosh, at this point in the trip, I can see the pain in my eyes, but this place in Reno is absolutely gorgeous. I chose Reno because I wanted to go to 2 metro areas that were incredibly tight. But what I found in Reno was absolutely shocking. You guys will hear my conclusion at the end, but let me show you where I'm touring. Here's the Reno area. Now, this is showing, according to New Home Source, that there's approximately 596 new homes. As far as total communities, it's showing that there are 69 total communities. I also went to Carson City. You can see that is south of Reno, but I was only able to stop in Carson and do a couple scenes. Not only am I going to go to Carson City, I'm going to go to the area over here called Stagecoach. That's actually the first area, or rather the Sparks area. So I'll be going to the Sparks area, and then I'm also going to be going to a huge subdivision called Stonebrook, and that is where the jackpot is. So if you guys are in this area, do not forget to go to Stonebrook. The house I'm about to show you was originally listed at a little over 1.5, but there has been a $200,000 price cut. And really it goes to show you that even in tight markets like Reno, you can see it behind me, this is like the last house here. So Lennar has done, again, on that house, really nice house. I don't know if it's worth 1.3, but they have recently done a $200,000 price cut. So again, it goes to show, even in tight markets, you might be able to find deals with substantial price cuts. Now, if it's me, I'm having my realtor basically do a market analysis on this house right here and in the whole subdivision so that I know for sure that is a true $200,000 price cut. But let's start going and seeing more affordable houses now. So this is our first flyover right here of the Reno area, and we're covering Sparks. Now, this place is absolutely stunning, very, very beautiful, but as you guys can see that most of this stuff has been built out and sold, so I wasn't really able to, and look at all of the new building. I mean, it stretches as far as the eye can see. You can see on the upper right and the top of the screen, looks like more building that's going to take place there, but look at these houses, absolutely beautiful, nestled right in the middle of all these mountains. Really, really stunning place, but not that much inventory. So Sparks is exactly how I felt it would be. There's obviously still new construction going on here, but if you look as I'm panning left here, look at how densely populated this is. So most of that has already been built and sold. I was able to find, again, new homes that are still being built and apartments, but look at this place, absolutely stunning. Very, very beautiful, but not a lot of hope as far as excess or hyper supply in the Sparks area. But look at this, guys. As I go left here, I mean, look at it's just all completed, brand new area, everything completely sold. Very, very gorgeous view of the mountains right there. Absolutely stunning. So I'm actually in the same area. I did find a bunch of spec homes that were not on the map actually. So I'm in a subdivision called Stepping Stone Place. You guys can see basically to the right here, all spec homes, few spec homes. I would say there's maybe 15, 20 spec homes here. But, you know, even in these tight areas, they still have units like this. Really crazy. I want to get to Carson City and one other area before I go, but I just wanted to pull over because, again, a lot of construction going on here in Stepping Stone Place. So if you're in this area, come out here, boots on the ground. Not sure why this didn't come up on the map. Very surprising. I didn't even see this place when I was doing the drone, but again, on the other side of the street, they're also doing building. So a lot of building. I'll take you guys up here real quick. You can see they're not quite done with the community that they're working on. So behind me, you have all that building going on. So, you know, inventory is definitely coming to the market. I think the big problem here, everyone's starting to realize is we do have inventory, but we need affordable inventory. Anyways, let's head to the next area now. I wanted to show you this master plan apartment development. I mean, when this stuff is done, this is gonna be a massive inventory dump as far as in the rental market. Look at this. So I'm not 100% sure how many units are here, but there is a lot of units here. A lot of inventory going to hit the market. It's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on the rental market in this area. And these aren't particularly big apartments, but nevertheless, it is a whole bunch of units. Hopefully I get the drone up so we can really show you how much construction is going on right here, right now. I mean, I literally pulled over. I can't quite get to the other spot. I mean, this is a wonderful surprise because, again, I couldn't really find too much inventory. It's a tight market. So this is exactly what you want to see. All right, so I wanted to do one more flyover of the Sparks area to show you guys, even though most of the new homes are sold out, look at all these apartments right here. So there's going to be relief more than likely to the rental market in the Sparks area. But I wanted to show you, I mean, hundreds of units that are about to hit the market. Oh, look at that guy on the roof. I mean, he just threw something down. I mean, these guys are wild. Look at, he's just freely walking on the roof, throwing trash down. I hope he says, "Guachale peligro." That's what I used to say when I throw things off the roof. But look at all these units. I mean, look, it goes back all the way back there, and look at to the right on the top. There's a whole nother development being built right there. Do y'all see that? So all that land, and look at these apartments. How many are there? There's so many, but they got all that building right there. You got apartments on the top now. You see all those apartments that they're going to compete with each other. You see all this building right next to the apartments. I'm touring the Stonebrook area now. Now, if you're in Reno and you want to find houses, you know, maybe closer to where the median household income can afford it, this is definitely an area you want to come to because they have spec homes all over the place. I'm walking actually a Lennar community right here. You guys can see, look at all of this. Okay, we're gonna walk up that street. Construction on both sides. I opened up my lens a little bit so you guys can see behind me. Unlike Texas, they use stucco here, not bricks. I remember when I first went to Texas, I was like, oh, I love bricks, and now I miss stucco. That's how they build in California. Texas is brick, but this is an area where there is new construction everywhere. I'm gonna take you to several parts of this community in this area right here. Massive price cuts going on, whole bunch of spec homes. I'm actually really surprised to see this. I didn't think that I would see, you know, so much building and so many spec homes in the Reno area, but I absolutely have. And as I'm walking here, so you guys can see these houses, I want you guys to think about something. I get a lot of comments that are like, as soon as rates go down, you know, buying demand is gonna flood back into the market. But I want you guys to consider this. The rates are already down with new construction. Some of these guys are offering 4 and 5%. So it is possible that when rates go down, that's gonna help sellers and not as much buyers. Again, depending on how much interest rates go down and when that happens. Obviously, we're in quantitative tightening, but I'm really happy to see this. Again, if you're a local in this area, I would come out here. Obviously, the NAR is offering literally ridiculous buying incentives. It's a bit windy, dust storm, you know, I did get the drone up, but not like I wanted to because I don't want it to crash. But again, super surprising to see this. Didn't really expect it, to be honest with you. And you can see how they're just in different stages of the construction. But, you know, if you are interested, you know, come to a place like this, check it out for yourself, and always, like we always talk about, get a home inspection. So I'm gonna continue to drive around here, get you guys a little bit more info, a little bit more visual in this area. But I think this is again, a good place to start, because the more spec homes that are in subdivisions, the more distressed the builders are. The more distressed the builders are, the more likely it is that you get a great deal. This is freezing. It's like a little bit of a windstorm right now. This is the area that you guys want to check out. Now, it's awful windy right now. I can't cover a lot, but this is Stonebrook, and most of what you see right now are spec homes. They have spec homes all over the place, multiple builders, multiple clusters, a ton of new building. I mean, look at all the building that still has to take place. Again, pretty much all the eye can see right now are spec homes. On top of all the spec homes, they have all of this land still to develop. Just really trying to get you guys that boots on the ground perspective on just how much building they still have to do in this area. You guys will see behind me, I mean, look at all the equipment. They parked it there. And as far as interest rates, you know, what I really mean by that is, you know, interest rates are already low with new construction, and yet supply keeps going up. We're at 7.8 months right now with a $30,000 decline in median sales price for new construction. Again, $30,000 in just 1 month. New construction is down 17.6% from its October peak. And you guys, that's year over year. So new construction prices cannot hold even with low interest rates and ridiculous buying incentives. But, you know, they got a lot more work to do here. If it's me, I'm gonna keep staying patient. I'm not gonna settle on finding a deal of my dreams. I'm gonna keep looking at the info. I'm gonna keep looking at the numbers. Once a house fits my goals and fits the things that I wanna buy, I will purchase it. Like I've told you guys, I've put an offer in every single year since 2021 to try to get my primary residence, but I am not. There's no way that I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna be getting a deal, and I want a great deal. Because again, I already know what's gonna happen, and quite frankly, when they lower rates, I don't know how much that's gonna help buyers, you guys. I think it's gonna help buyers that are on the sideline preparing for a downturn. But look at, this is, do y'all see this? I'm not sure how well you can see the mountains, the snow peaks. This place is absolutely stunning. It's just, basically they've just dumped a brand new city almost in the middle of nowhere. It's a very, very cool place. I really suggest you guys come out here and check this out. The weather's starting to get much worse, and to be honest guys, I'm a little bit surprised to see this. There is a substantial amount of apartment building going on right now on both sides of the street. You can see behind me, massive apartment complexes. Again, this is the same area. I believe this is the Stonebrook area. Also on the other side of the street, look at that, right across the street from each other. So I'm not so sure I'd want to be a landlord here, considering they already have a bunch of apartments already built, and they have what, hundreds and hundreds of other additional units coming to the market. And also, you guys, remember what I'm saying. You know, if the housing market crashes like I think it's going to crash, if you guys want to find the best deals, you're going to want to follow new construction. Now, obviously not every metro area has an abundance of new construction, but this area does. And again, boots on the ground. I could not find this, guys, online. I had to come here, see for myself. Let me get up here a little bit. I want to show you. This is epic. Epic, guys. Look at that. Goes all the way down there. Let me go show you across. See, across the street as well. I don't get it. You know, why compete with each other? You know, why not find another area? Maybe, you know, obviously they may know more than me, but I will tell you this, guys, I'm gonna be very, very interested to see what happens when these are completed, when it hits the housing market. What's that gonna do to the long-term rental market? What's it gonna do to Airbnb? It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what happens. But again, come out to this area, monitor it if you want a great deal, because they got a lot of spec houses and apartments all over the place. I wanted to show you, on top of all of the spec homes, look at all these apartments. And these apartments are right across the street from each other. They're literally competing against each other. I mean, look at this. So on the left side, we have all of these apartments. You guys saw on the right side. Above those, we have all of that new home building. Again, you guys, Stonebrook blew me away. There is so much building and competition and future opportunity when all of this starts to hit. Obviously, the housing market all at once, it's going to create an inventory explosion. And honestly, guys, I have to go really slow right now because the wind is absolutely horrendous right now. So I am going to land right now. But again, I wish I had more opportunity to cover this area. There is an explosion of inventory happening. I made it to Carson City, to a subdivision called Mills Meadow. I can't bring the drone up. I'm gonna have to cut this section a little bit short because there's some type of windstorm or something's going on. So my drone will fly out of the sky right into the ground if I send that up. But I just wanted to get here, get you guys some boots on the ground, kind of check this area out. If you're interested in Carson City, you may want to look at this subdivision because they have a bunch of spec homes, and there's actually 2 builders in here. One of them is Lennar, and I can't remember what the other one is, but I'm going to take you guys real quick to the street that they're working on. I would say less than half of this subdivision has been completed. Multiple spec homes, like I said, a lot available here, a lot of selection. Obviously, Lennar is doing some pretty significant price cuts, still unaffordable in my opinion, but take a look at this. I'm almost here, guys. So here is one street of construction right down there. Lots of building going on, as you can see. Lots of building, but overall in Carson City there's not much here, so at least it's nice to see this where people have options. And again, there is another builder over on the other side here of the subdivision. I'm gonna get up here real quick and give you guys a view. So isn't this just amazing? Do y'all see the background? Man, absolutely just amazing areas that I've been visiting. Really feel blessed to be able to show you guys this, because obviously, you know, all we hear is lack of listings, lack of listings, lack of listings, right? But there's not a lot of listings here. So you can see this here, they still got stuff to do down this street, but another street over. Let me show you guys. All of that is being worked on. You guys can see still in stud form over there. But, you know, thought you'd be happy to know that there is some options in this area, Carson City. So I drove all the way out here for a brief clip. Maybe if the wind dies down, I'll try to throw up the drone. In fact, you know, it's just real gusty. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna get back to the studio and let's do a rundown of the Reno area. Sorry, I'm an absolute mess, you guys. This is 9 days. This is my 9th day on the road. So I know I'm looking scraggly, but the important thing, I hope, is the data, right? Anyways, back to the studio. My overall opinion of Reno has drastically changed because remember, I chose Reno because I wanted to go to a housing market that was tight. I didn't just want to go to the crashing housing markets, so I chose Reno. Now, again, when I first got to Reno and Sparks, it was exactly what I anticipated. Very little inventory, everything pretty much sold. Very, very beautiful place, right? But when I went to the Stonebrook area, you guys, that's like another small little town in the middle of nowhere. I found so much hyper supply, so much inventory at price points that the normal Reno resident cannot afford. So my overall opinion of Reno has changed from when I first got there. And of all the metro areas I visited, Reno caught me by the biggest surprise. I expected it to be, again, like El Paso, and I toured El Paso, which is very different from Reno. I now suspect in areas with heavy concentrations of new construction, they're going to melt down. So if you want to find a great deal in Reno, what I would be doing is watching the Stonebrook area. That location is flooded with construction, flooded with spec homes, and additional building is going on. And again, where are all the jobs at? How can people afford that? And I'll also say this, you guys, Reno is absolutely stunning. If I could live there, I might. But I love the ocean. But either way, I really feel like as a result of those huge pockets of new construction, any of those surrounding areas around Stonebrook is going to suffer once we head into a recession, potentially unhinged unemployment. So I definitely think Reno is going to get hit. And I didn't start the video with that impression. But either way, you guys, let me know how you feel about Reno. Let me know if you found it healthy. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, and share this. But again, comment below, share your intel if you know something that I did not include in Reno. And other than that, if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck and I hope you win.